when is a mobility issue a true mobility issue?
Mm-hmm.
And when is a mobility issue actually coming from a stability problem somewhere else? So the thing that I really drive home, and I have to credit, my experience in learning the selective functional movement assessment and learning from someone I consider a mentor of mine who actually is based out of Nashville, Tennessee, Mike Boyd.
Okay,
Mike is one of the creators of the SFMA.
Yeah, right.
And what I've learned from him and that foundation over the last 5, 6, 7 years was true mobility issues have to be consistent. They have to be. Someone has a lumbar fusion, someone has a cervical fusion where a surgeon goes in and they put some screws in a plate. No matter what position you put that person in, that segment's not going to move.
Right.
A patient develops a true frozen shoulder, true adhesive capsulitis.
Mm-hmm.
If they're in that frozen stage, no matter what position you put them in, they're going to have a mobility limitation.
Right.
But more often than not, mobility issues are actually being caused by a lack of stability somewhere else. The human body, in my opinion, and a lot of people agree with this, is if you can't move somewhere, it's going to take it from somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's one of our biggest strengths, but also one of our biggest weaknesses. Because at some point, the body's going to say, hey, idiot, something's wrong here, take care of it. And if you just go and you start stretching someone who has tight hamstrings because they can't touch their toes, how do you know they have tight hamstrings? So you look at it from 3 different aspects. You look at unilateral versus bilateral, you look at loaded versus unloaded, and then you look at active versus passive.
Right.
If you have dysfunction in all of those areas, you can now start to say it's most likely a mobility issue.